politicians, we already deal with two forms of media. One is the print media that we all know of, and then is obviously the electronic media. Now, wherever you go, you see all these, at least tens of cameras now. Now, the third menace really is the social media as far as politicians are concerned. Because as it is, we are unable to deal with the two forms of media, the electronic and print. Now, the social media is really haunting all of us. In fact, I get so many messages on, it's really become a challenge these days, Being a politician, being in public life, it is a challenge because, I have, I think, one public phone number, another private phone number, I have 2 Twitter accounts going, I have 2 Facebook accounts going, I have a WhatsApp going, and then I have a wife and kids rather. So, lots of things happening, So, too many messages, too many things to attend to, but nevertheless, I think technology was supposed to make our lives easy. It has sort of slightly complicated it because, when my daughter's coming, to me in the morning at 7:30, as soon as she gets up, trying to reach out to me, talk to me and all, I'm on my Twitter checking my messages. So it's somewhat ironical that technology is sort of, instead of bridging the gap, I think it's sort of created another layer. But at the end of the day, I think one thing remains a fact. It's very, very impactful. It's very, very addictive, social media. It's very, very impactful. That's something I obviously admire about social media. I think as Nishala was saying, Twitter is extremely addictive, very, very addictive. In fact, as I was sitting here, I was also going on Twitter and trying to figure out who's saying what about me and who's tweeting what, etc. So it's very, very addictive. It's very, very impactful. I do know for a fact that during the elections, I had a lot of PR firms approach me, started asking me questions about how they could help me out with social media. We did use it to an extent, but not to the extent that it could have, really made a difference. Yes, the Prime Minister of our country now, Mr. Modi, is a very avid, active tweeter. I like it about him because that makes me feel so much more connected to the Prime Minister as a citizen of this country. So it is very impactful, especially for a person in politics and in public life. It gives me another forum to reach out to my constituents, my people in my constituency and elsewhere, without any filter. See, if I say something today, if I speak something here and I say something controversial, the electronic media can pick it up and say in the 30 minutes I speak here, they could pick up that 30-second clip and play it over and over and make it sound like, create a huge controversy out of it. But then, if it's a Twitter or Facebook, I have direct reach. That is unadulterated, unedited. You can just reach and send out that message directly to people that are following you or looking at you. So therefore, it is a very impactful medium, and it really gives you this added advantage of reaching out to those folks who typically I don't get access to, meaning the urban upper middle class section, the urban youth. In fact, I have a complaint about them as well. They tweet more than they vote actually, so that's a problem. People tweet, definitely, but they don't come out and actually vote. That is one other problem. Because, armchair criticism doesn't matter in politics. End of the day, I think what matters is people who vote and people who get elected. So, good to tweet, good to engage ourselves in social media, but also good to come out sometimes and do things that are actually more impactful in the sense of electing someone and creating an institution, really. So, my advice and my request to all of you all, in fact, this is PRCI, so therefore we also need to talk about public relations a bit. I'm a big proponent of this theory that it's not what you do, but what you actually present to the world. In fact, a lot of people think PR is public relations. I think differently. I have a definition of my own. I believe PR is both management of perception and reality, and always it's very, very important because what gets perceived may not necessarily be real. So in fact, sometimes when a perception is created about a person, and when you don't counter it, it ends up being a reality. See, for example, our Chief Minister is a much misunderstood man, in fact. Because I know him as a father, I know him as a leader, I know him on so many counts. And unfortunately, as I said, in the last 12, 13 years of our agitation, what has happened is I used to crib about it all the time. What used to happen is, we used to attend these meetings, he used to give a fantastic speech for an hour, and then the media only latches onto that 30-second clip and plays it over and over. And then people would be under this impression that this is all he said and nothing else. Now, the rest of 59 minutes, 30 seconds just goes for a toss. So what ends up happening is, what perception gets created through electronic media or print media ultimately ends up being perceived as reality, which is not what it is actually. So therefore, PR is extremely important. We understand it. In fact, we understood it the hard way. So it is extremely important for all of us to not just do something, but also talk about it, but also to actually gloat about it, to actually go onto the rooftops and shout about it if need be, because it is very, very important that, you know, we promote ourselves. In fact, the first meeting that I went to this morning, a lady out there, her name was Asha Didi. She made us do an exercise. She made all the audience go through an exercise. The lesson that I got this morning was that you need to love yourself more than anything else. Because apparently, unless you talk about yourself, unless you promote yourself firstly, unless you feel good about yourself, you're not going to be able to do much good to, you know, rest of the family or rest of your friends. This what lesson was taught to me by Brahma Kumaris. In fact, I have to confess, in my list as well, I didn't put myself up there. So definitely, I think that's a lesson well learned this morning, and I'm rounding off my chatter here really with this. One quick thing, that you need to really promote yourself, you need to really talk about it, be in an organization, be it in a family, be it in a group of friends, whatever. But I think PR is extremely important, and if social media adds another dimension to promoting oneself or one's cause or one's organization, I think it's a fantastic tool that we all need to use. And finally, rounding it off, we've already created a social media cell in the government to promote and to talk about what we do as well. And I've started it off, as Geeta said, with my own ministry. I've launched a Facebook page, a Twitter account, and then several other things, but I'm sorry, I'm not promoting it here though. And we're also going to do a CMO Telangana on social media, Twitter and in Facebook as well, so that, you know, our Chief Minister also can send out his own messages directly to the entire state of Telangana and to the rest of the world who wants to follow him. So yes, this government is proactive. We will support social media. We will be on social media. We'll promote ourselves shamelessly, and I hope you all do the same thing too. Thanks very much. Cheers. Information technology, we really want Hyderabad to be the top-notch destination of this country, and we are here to understand from you what it would take for the government